Hello everybody, I'm Fiona and we're doing fascia release in a chair. Now we're modifying this practice for you, for anybody that cannot get down on the floor and do mat classes or standing, for anybody that needs to do it in bed or on a chair. And last week was my first week of working with you. I've decided to pull back even further, make it a little slower. So, forgive me as I get used to who I'm working with. So what is fascia release? The fascia is, the best description I've ever come across is the orange. So when you peel the orange and you've got that white stuff all the way around the orange, that's the fascia of the orange. When you take the piece of orange and it has that encasing and the threads that go through, that's the fascia of the orange. And if the orange didn't have that connective tissue, it would be skin and pith and juice. We have overemphasized the importance of muscles and tendons and bones, and only recently started to discover the importance of the fascia, our connective tissue. And that connective tissue comes all the way through the flesh to the fingertips, to the tops of the head, to the toes. You may think of it as like a wetsuit of the body or a stocking. It also wraps around every muscle and threads through every muscle. Now, what can happen to the fascia? We can get tight, restrictive fascia, and that will be caused by dehydration. This is not drinking enough water, or perhaps your water not being mineralized enough in order for you to, for it to go through the cells and genuinely hydrate. It can also be made thicker and more dense from emotional experiences and also through exercising, but not appropriately. So those of us that went up to the lighthouse hundreds of times have got dense connective tissue in our hamstrings. And those of us that went to the gym and did a lot of squats and so on, we felt we were doing the right thing. And in some ways, it was just part of the right thing. We switched on. We now need to know how to release as well, if that makes sense. What am I going to do? Well, as we work through the fascia developed in embryo, and it actually wrapped around the body. So it's not an even in every direction. It's actually wrapping. So some of the exercises that we will do are twisting, but others provide resistance, and resistance can be pushing and resistance can be pulling apart through arms and legs. And and resistance is what mammals do as they reach in one direction and pull back at the same time. Therefore, the whole arm is supported out of the core. I want you to notice as you move through the exercises if something hurts. If it gives you sharp pain, I would invite you to back off. So try staying with it, but doing less resistance, less repetition, less fast, and perhaps even exploring the direction and see if that makes you more comfortable. If you can find a position where your discomfort is perhaps there, but minimal, and you'll know that by whether you can stay calm and breathe through it, then we can be doing something good. But the era of no pain, no gain has a lot to answer for. So we want to be internal and noticing what's going on. Please be kind to you. So let's begin with placing our feet on the floor. I'm pushing down into the floor, and as I do that, I feel the muscles of my legs activate. I'm going to take my hands behind the thigh, and my leg is being a weight, and my arms are lifting, and my leg is heavy. Now, you don't have to make this a really hard work, do you? Just find a bit of resistance. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. So just feeling. And if you find that this is exhausting, you stop, and the rest of us are stopping anyway. So as you stop that exercise, I want you to notice what's happened to your body. Feeling your right side compared to your left. Let's go to the other side. Hands around and drawing up, and that leg's going down at the same time. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. And again. Good. Stop. Feel. Just notice now that you might find that as you're more in your legs, in your feet, in your ground, that you feel lighter in your upper body. Can we take our hands into a monkey grip? I'm thinking barrel of monkeys. Hold, pull sideways. So as you maintain the pulling sideways, you take those arms around the body, feeling the breath in and the breath out. Now again, remember, you can have a little bit of resistance. You don't have to make this hard. Let your body turn with you, and your gaze, as much as possible, is looking at the hand. Let's switch the hands around as we switch the direction. Breath in and breath out. Notice what it feels like to gently wake up the body. Linking your breathing, which invigorates your fascia. There we go. Let it go. And notice how you feel. Let's take our hand under the chair, or we can even sit on it. I'm going to take mine under the chair. Holding there, and I take my other hand around about to the ear, and I'm drawing it away, and I'm lengthening up. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And again. And one more time. Up we come. Let it go. Undo. It's just feeling. Feel what's happened on the left side, and let's bring it to the right. So I'm holding on under the chair. I'm tall. I take my other hand over to the ear. I draw it away, but I'm not ripping into it. Breath in, breath out. From the breath in, I'm lengthening long through the left side, from the hip to the underarm. Breath out. And again. One more. Let that go. Settle. Let your mind move through your body. I'm going to my left foot. I'm going to put my hands around the knee and lift this up if I can, dropping the shoulders down. From here, I'm going to circle my ankles. Just slow, with awareness, changing direction. Good, and then see if I can pull it in, which may not be very far at all. But here, my resistance is the leg wants to go out and down, but the arms are drawing in. So the arms are still drawing in as the leg's going down, and the leg's going down as the arms are drawing in. Your movement may be much smaller than this, that's okay. We start where we are. Can't start anywhere else. And more. Let it come down. Feel your body. Notice the effect of what you've done. Let's go to the right side. So I'm lifting it up, and then I'm going to circle my ankles. Circle my foot. Changing direction. There we go. Now with my hands on the other side, I'm drawing in, but that leg is going away and I'm slowing it down. So not too much resistance. So inhale as the leg goes away and exhale as you draw it in. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. One more time. Let it go down. Take a moment to notice what's going on. Just going to stay down at the legs. I'd like you to put your feet together, your knees apart, your hands between. Don't make it too hard, but my hands are going to push out, but the legs are resisting that. The legs are going back together, those knees and the hands are resisting that. Make this just right. You're looking for the Goldilocks, the place where it's not too much work, but there is some. Think in terms of switching on and switching off. So I'm switching on my musculature, and as I go the other way, the other side's working and I'm switching off. And what I end up with is a new neutral, a new central position. Take the feet apart and the knees together and the hands on the outside, just curve into it, and as my knees are pushing out, I'm then pushing. Again, don't overdo it. And let it go. Notice. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm going to do now. So if I'm sitting in my chair, I don't sit all the way back, so I've got room to move my spine. So I can hold on to my knees, drop my head, sink my belly back to the spine. Now I pull on my knees, coming to upright, and on the other side, grow the shoulders or slide those shoulders down the back. Breath out as you pull the belly back to the spine. Breath in as you expand and open the chest, letting the shoulder blades slide down. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. And again. One more. Good. And then find your new neutral. What I mean by that is as you come to upright, it might feel a little bit more like it's easier to be upright, like a cork you've had underwater and it comes to the top of the water. A little bit more lightness in you is my hope. Okay, let us move into our upper body. So taking your hands together, thread your fingers, heels of the hands together, and circle through the wrists. Feeling the breath blowing in through your nose. And changing direction, feeling the breath blowing out through the nose. Pressing away, dropping your head, moving into the shoulders, keep dropping down and down, and then again bringing yourself to upright. And notice what it feels like. I don't know about you, but I'm getting warm, so excuse me as I ditch the layer. I think it's the light. All right, next. I would like you to take your thumb, if you can, to your right collarbone and your fingers to the pectoral muscles at the back. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. From here, see if you can push your elbow up almost in line with your ear, or in line with your ear if you can. Hold on to the elbow skin, turn it forward and out to the right side. Take a breath in and exhale over. So it's a deep stretch from your sit bones all the way to your elbow. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. How far you go does not matter. Inhale up, exhale over. One more. Let it go. Notice what it feels like through your body. Feeling that side, and it might feel quite different to the other. Let's go to the other side. So I'm taking my left thumb under the collarbone. I'm taking my left fingers to the muscle at the back there. I'm grabbing it, and then I push the elbow up. Grab the flesh of the elbow and I turn it forward and out. So it's forward and over to the left as I take the body over to the right. I feel breath. Breath in, breath out as we come up. Breath in, breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. It's like just one more. Undo. You might want to move a bit to undo any sense of holding. And then you let your mind move through your body and observe the effect of what you have done. Let's take our right arm up. The elbow is the same height as the shoulder. The direction the arm wants to go is backwards. Doesn't matter how far. The left hand wants to draw it forwards. So essentially, the left hand is drawing that elbow across, and then the elbow is going back, and the left hand is slowing it down. You're still in the center, feeling the breath flowing in and the breath flowing out, and trying to find an even resistance in the two movements. It's not your turn, my turn. If I let go, they just kind of flick apart a bit. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. And one more, let's try one more. Let's hold it there, be tall, take a breath in and out, and in and out. One more, and then undo. As your mind travels through your body and you feel that sense of work drop away, please notice what this side, your right side, feels like compared to your left. Let's go to the other side. Left arm up, shoulder down. Right arm's coming across and drawing that arm across. But it's resisting, and that right arm is now slowing it down. So I'm keeping the torso still, and I'm very observant and calm, and I'm feeling the resistance in both directions without any real stop or start. And if it feels like a lot, you can resist less and you can shorten the range. 3 more. Stopping in time, you tire. Good, let it go. Notice. Notice what it feels like through your body now. So you might find you've got more of an awareness and just a little feeling of strength in your upper body. And that's because you've switched on muscles that may not have been switched on for a while. So we don't want to overwork them, but we do want to have the capacity to switch on and be alert and then relax as well. So we don't want to be holding fight or flight tension through the body. If you get a lot of relief in one session, I'm going to suggest to you that what we're really releasing is some of the stress. That's the most important part. And then from there, we can start to work class by class, slowly through and undo other holdings, including emotional holdings and old stories. So just be observant to what is happening to you. Let's take the palms of our hands together, our fingers together, and push. So as you push, you're going to feel the front of your chest active, back active, your arms, your hands, your forearms. Let your arms go as far up as you can without letting your hands separate. You don't let them separate, so you might still have bent arms. Coming down, keep the heels of your hands together. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Let's just do one more. Breathing in, breathing out. Now from this position, still pressing the whole of your hands together to include your fingers, push your elbows together and your hands. Let your elbows go apart as you press your hands. Keep going. If it feels like hard work, work less hard. One more. Let it go. Let your mind move through your body. Give yourself the opportunity to observe what's going on right there where you are. Let's take 2 fingers, like a peace sign, to your collarbones. We're going to do this 9 times backwards and forwards. So as we put our peace fingers above and below the collarbones, we are activating a lymphatic point. Now the lymph is responsible for moving toxins out of the body. As you stop, I want you to feel that side compared to the other, and then we go to the other. If you're going to do this when you're not doing class, do at least 9. Notice, feel what's going on. Take your hands under the collarbone to the flesh, to the fascia. Hold, pull down. Take your head up. Gaze up at the roof. Now from here, I'd like you to slowly open and close your jaw. Two more. Let it go. Undo. Feel. Feel the effect of what you've done. Let's take our peace signs again to our ears, so we can do 2 at the same time. Up and down either side of the ear. So again, we're activating the lymphatic system, but we're also helping to massage and release holding the jaw. And as you stop, notice the effect on your hearing, on your face. And your face is all muscles and fascia. Let us take our fingertips to our hairline just above it. Press in, pull down. So as you press in and pull down, what I'd like you to do is take your head up and down, and up and down. 3 more. Let it go. Notice the effect on your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, whatever you notice. And you're not failing if you don't notice much. It's just the beginning. This is a journey into being internal. As you become more internal, you become more and more of an expert on you, your body. You're taking back your power. You're learning how to make yourself more comfortable. Let's take our hands back to back, then front to front. Thread the fingers. Hold on. Draw those hands in towards you. A lot of people get stuck here. So if you're stuck, just hold on and move. Moving into your arms, your shoulders, stretching into your arms and your wrists. If it's available to you, you'll keep going towards straight. You don't have to. You can only do what you can do. In we come, all the way out. Undo your hands. Take the top hand all the way around and make it the bottom hand. Hold. In you come. See if you find a place where you kind of stop. Feeling the breath blowing in and the breath blowing out. Good. And reaching away. Doesn't matter if you didn't get to straight. So long as you're getting to a more spacious place than you were before. Out we come. Let it go. And notice what it feels like inside of you. So we're going to sit tall, and what I'd like you to do is to think of your spine as a teaspoon in a teacup. What I mean is the spine stirs and stays tall, like spaghetti, but upright. So you're stirring into your hips. Now in Kundalini Yoga, this particular movement is helping to activate the first chakra, which is kind of like a ceiling fan on the inside of your body. But it's referring to your ground, your feet, your legs, that whole pelvic bowl. Just feeling, and we go over to the left, forward and around. We're only going to go in that direction. Why? Because when we go in a clockwise direction, we're building energy. And I don't think any of you want less energy. Okay, we come to center. Feel. Maybe you'll notice the sensation that you might get when you've been on a ship for a while and you're walking on land. And you still feel the movement of the ocean within you. I want you to focus on what's the movement inside that stays with me after the exercise. That's the first chakra. Your second one is round about this much below the belly button, this much on the inside. So that's the center of it. And then think in terms of a ceiling fan there. So we're activating an energy at a point that we call the dantian or the hara, or in Western physiology, where the center of core stability. Hold it onto your knees. And we did this at the beginning, but now we're going to move a bit faster. Of course, you don't have to. Breathe in. Keep going. You might do this slower. One more. Let it go. We're coming back to the front. You're just staying where you are. Notice the effect of that. So 2 different exercises have different internal effect. Would you agree? The next one is at the solar plexus, so this whole area. Again, think about this energy that circles. And we're going to activate that point by taking our fingers to the front and our thumbs to the back. And we inhale to the left and we exhale to the right. Breath in, breath out. If it feels good to go faster, I invite you to go faster. But otherwise, slow and easy is absolutely appropriate. Let it go. Again, feeling the energy move through your body. So 1, 2, 3, we come to the heart, 4th chakra. How are we going to do this one? Well, we're going to take it a really easy way. We take our left hand under the breast, the chest, and the right hand on top. We're going to push against the ribs, up, breath in, down, breath out, same down. Let it go. When you stop, feel inside. So as the work in movement, can you feel like work drops away? Notice what's shifted, what's different, anything. Our next one is the neck. And how we're going to do this is we're going to imagine we have a beak from our chin to our nose forward. And we're reaching out of the collarbones and we're drawing an infinity sign. We're not twisting my head back. So this looks like over to the left and around, just drawing that lazy 8, that infinity sign. You might be a lot slower, that's okay. Center, up. Notice, what does that feel like? You might feel more of a connection between your body and your head. You might not, it's okay. Let's take 2 fingers just above the place between our eyebrows. And you're going to press in, but not deep. Then you're going to go over to the left, up and around. So you're circling softly, rhythmically, slowly into your forehead. Now this is 6th chakra. It corresponds to your 3rd eye, but it's also is called a long life point and a beauty point. So you stay with this for a little while, feeling the breathing. And in a moment, we're going to stop. When we do stop, I want you to notice your whole face, not just that point. Here we go, we stop. Why don't you close your eyes? Just notice what happens. Whatever you notice, you're not failing if you're not noticing anything in particular. It's okay, we've just started. And the 6th chakra, the last one's the crown. So we're going to make little fist, take our arms behind, straighten to the roof. This is our movement. And nothing happened as well. Feel into your body. Let the work drain away. Observe the spaciousness within you now, anything that's different. And I invite you to close your eyes. You can go back to sitting deep into the chair, or if you're in bed, flop into the pillows. And I'd like you to focus just on expanding your breathing. So we're going to inhale and hold, and exhale and hold. So it goes like this. Breath in, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Breath out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Breath in, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Breath out, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Breath in. Pause. Breath out. Pause. So see if you can keep up that slow breathing. And I just want to share with you that sometimes we get very stressed, or we have a layer of not being happy, we're in a funk, and it's hard to get out of it. The other day that happened, and I suddenly remembered something that I usually wouldn't remember in those sort of moments, because we tend to forget everything that's good for us when we most need it. I suddenly remembered to put on dance music. So I put on music from the 80s and the 90s, and I played it really loud, and it kind of blocked this ruminating and obsessing as I remembered the songs from my youth and the words, and found the rhythm to some degree. So I invite you to just think about ways you could shake up your energy. Perhaps it's playing dance music even if you're only dancing in the chair. And perhaps it's going for a walk if you're up to that, or doing your fascia release class. Thank you for joining me today. I hope we're feeling better at the end than we did at the beginning. Much love.